Liberal Democrats leader Davey fumbled to explain his party's approach to economic policy as he refused to outline if he would support a return to the EU single market. The Liberal Democrats leader boasted of recent by-election success as he suggested many former Conservative voters were turning towards his candidates, giving the Lib Dems a strong chance of success in a future general election. Mr Davey, who also serves as MP for Kingston and Surbiton, was questioned on his core political aims as the Liberal Democrats have denounced the economic pressures caused by the UK's Brexit departure from the European Union. Host of the BBC's Sunday Morning, Sophie Raworth asked, "Do you think the people of Tiverton and Honiton, who overwhelmingly voted Leave in the EU referendum, do you think that they realise that your party wants to take the UK back into the EU single market?" Mr Davey replied, "Well, we're actually focusing on the trade deal, and the trade deal is really bad for people in Tiverton and Honiton. The farmers were telling us that they feel betrayed by the government policy." Everyone knows we're pro-European, we've never hid that. The Liberal Democrats have been broadly understood to have opposed Brexit, however Mr Davey failed to explain if his party would plan to undermine the European referendum by launching a bid to rejoin the EU single market. Ms Raworth persisted as she asked, "And you want to take the UK back into the EU single market?" Mr Davey said, "At the moment, we want to focus on the issues that are affecting people, and the cost of living crisis is partly caused because of the very bad trade deal." The Liberal Democrat leader continued to deflect the principle of the question as he targeted his response on criticisms of the Tory government. Mr Davey added, "It's hit farmers, it's hit fishermen, it's hit small businesses, it's hit exporters, it's driving up costs, and we do need to have a much better trade deal with our European neighbours." "We also need to have an economic plan, and this is the problem I have with the Conservatives, they don't have an economic plan." Despite slamming the lack of Tory economic plan, Mr Davey appeared reluctant to outline his own policy in any further detail. Ms Raworth continued, "I want to talk about your party's policy though, and I'm asking specifically about the EU single market. Do you want to take the UK back into that?" Mr Davey replied, "We're not talking about that now." The BBC host asserted the reasoning behind her question, "But you talked about that at your spring conference, is that where you want to go?" The Liberal Democrat leader continued to dodge the pivotal Brexit question as he said, "We believe that if you're going to improve our economy and get Britain moving again, you need a plan." "I think the EU doesn't want to talk to Britain at the moment because I'm afraid the relationship between Britain and Europe has been so bad, it's been poisoned by Boris Johnson." Ms Raworth tried to draw the MP back towards the focus of the question as she said, "I still don't understand, is your policy still to go back into the EU single market as the Liberal Democrats, because that's what you will be campaigning on in the next general election if it is?" Mr. Davey offered no confirmation of the vital Liberal Democrat standpoint on European relations. He replied, "Before you can even think of that, you need to improve our relations with Europe." While Mr. Davey lobbied for the importance of relationships with European traders, he tremendously failed to outline if Liberal Democrat policy to improve this would involve a reversal of Brexit withdrawal terms. Despite his repeated criticism of conservative economic policy, the Liberal Democrat economic plan left much to be desired, as their leader could not confirm if he planned to undermine Brexit with a bid for the UK to return to the EU single market.